What's up, TradeFlare family? Welcome to the nightly breakdown where we do an analysis of some stocks and give you an idea of what we're looking at into the rest of the week. So some key things that I'm looking at: Bitcoin is selling off and altcoins are holding up. This is something to take notice of and watch as Bitcoin approaches the $40,000 level, as we haven't been there since really late December. And this is kind of thanks to Elon, and Elon's been doing some crazy talking on Twitter, and it's kind of making me want to short Tesla. Also, I'm watching the Fed, the dollar, and the bonds. Tomorrow we have the Fed minutes, which is where we get some insights on what the FOMC, where they stand on monetary policy. I think we're going to move a lot tomorrow, and we're going to see a lot more volume than we have seen early this week. So there's going to be some opportunity there on both sides. Good opportunity for the FOMC to debrief on the inflationary surprises that we've been seeing. I'm watching for some volatile moves into the next few days. We definitely started to see some volume pickup and some selling pressure come into the market towards the end of the day. Watch this to continue as the FOMC starts to speak about inflation. If we start to hear the word overheating too much, that's not good. Michael Burry is shorting TLT a bunch. That means he thinks that rates are going to go up. That means he thinks that there's going to be less demand for bonds, backed by a weak inflating US dollar. Watch the dollar. The word that keeps coming up is transitory. If they can find data to prove it's transitory, the market can keep going. With volatility coming back into the market, watch the UVXY, the VIX, the VVIX. More volatility means wider ranges, so set your stop losses wider. So some events coming into the end of the week. Wednesday or tomorrow we have Fed minutes. This is key. This is what we've been talking about. Jobless claims on Thursday, index of leading economic indicators on Thursday, manufacturing and services PMI on Friday, as well as existing home sales on Friday. So over to the watch list for the night, and Tesla is first on my watch list, and I'm actually watching them to the downside. So Michael Burry has most of his portfolio actually shorting Tesla, which is crazy. I don't think investors will be excited to own and hold stock in a company that is owned by a CEO like Elon Musk after his recent tweets and things that have been going on with the crypto world. Nothing against Elon, but the things that he has been doing brings a lot of risk to Tesla, and I would like to take advantage of that, especially because Elon has gigafactories in China that depend on China. The Chinese government doesn't like crypto, and I'm kind of smelling conspiracy here, as well as the chart looks overall really bearish, so I'm looking to take advantage to the downside. On the other hand, I'm watching Ford. Ford has had a great day because they're about to release the electric Ford F-150. I like the value, and I like how it hasn't really moved over the past few months. I like how Biden went out and spoke about it today. Biden also mentioned that he's going to be releasing a little bit more specific details about where the money is going to go for that clean energy package that he had been talking about. Next, I'm watching the banks, especially Wells Fargo and Goldman Sachs. Banks actually have a lot of room to the downside relative to all the other sectors. Buffett also just dumped most of his Wells Fargo, so this is interesting. Looking to get some time on some puts for Wells Fargo. Next, I'm looking at the clean energies and especially Enphase and ChargePoint. So Biden had mentioned that he's going to be talking about where that money is going to be going next week, and I think that these two could be benefiting off of that. A lot of these beaten down growth stocks are starting to get some energy from the bottom, while a lot of the value and bigger names from tech are starting to sell off. So this is interesting to watch these companies. Next, let's go over to the SPY and do a little bit of a technical breakdown so you guys have an idea of what to expect. So the SPY looking a little bit bearish, and on the daily it looks like we broke through that 413.99 and flushed down to that 412 like we had been looking for, and now we found a little bit of support at the 412 area. Now next we're looking at that 410.50 level, and it's a very key level of super support. We looked below it last time, failed back into the range. Now we're going back, and we could possibly test that 410.50. If it breaks, I expect to see us go back down to at least the 50-day SMA. If not, we'll maybe test 403.38. That 403.38 mark is gonna be a critical support level to watch. Any break of this 50-day SMA or the 403.38 level is going to be pretty bearish and get pretty ugly. So next I'm going to go over to the back burner and name some stocks that we're not watching as closely, but they could pop. GLSI, Gilead Sciences, a lot of option volume changes this month, so watch for this one. We've got some possible news or data coming out here in the next few weeks, so watch this one. We got Verizon. Today we got shares. And I think that Verizon is going to have a lot of longevity and value, and that's where I'm going for with this. I think that, you know, a low PE ratio, cash flow, a dividend paying, it's going to be very attractive at this level, especially when it dips on some bad news article. I like to snatch those plays up easy. I'm watching Allstate. I think this is a nice value play, but I want to dip. Watching ILMN or Illumina. This is one of those biotech plays that a lot of people are rushing into right now. I like the value relative to the others in the industry, so watch this. Watch Palantir. They're back up above the 20 levels, so we could start to see some more buyers stepping in and demand at these levels, so watch this. Watch Cerner. They've got a bunch of call option volume and they have a lot of value. Watch XL Fleet. A lot of stocks like these are popping and they have a lot of call volume compared to last month. And that wraps up this nightly breakdown. If you got value out of this video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on any live analysis that we are doing here at TradeFlare Live. We are not financial advisors, and the information inside this video is to be used at the sole discretion of the viewer. Remember that time is your most valuable asset, so quit wasting it. Get up, get out, and go get it, my friend.